Hello, people. It's the coffee stream time. It would have been the coffee stream time an hour ago, but I had to do adult shit in the real world. So I'm here now. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. I'm annoyed because I have to call the bank back after the stream and ask them why the fuck they keep rejecting my goddamn OnlyFans payouts. Every other subscription thing, like my Twitch payouts go through just fine. Anything that I transfer in from PayPal goes through just fine. But no, just because it comes from that bad site, I can't have my money. You realize the amount of money I have right now in that OnlyFans account in American dollars. If I got it transferred into my bank account in Canadian funds, I could literally go get a PS5. And I could start producing other content that features other games than Mortal Kombat 11. So yeah, it's very annoying. Aircraft Sparky, welcome. Been a long time. Glad to have you. Pincolo says, lol. Yes. Adult shit can be fun, but not usually. Yeah, exactly. Pincolo is holding her hostage with a fake German accent and a lighter as a gun. Yes. Exactly. So, for those of you who are going, what in the fuck does that even mean? Does the title even mean? Well. I'll show you. I'll show you what that means. Let's have a look-see. Shall we? I'll show you. It's a funny thing. It's a funny thing to see. It's very amusing. Let's take a look here. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Well, let's share this here. And I want you guys to pay attention to the text on the screen, okay? I'll put it into the correct screen as well. Hold on. Before I share, there we go. Before I share the screen, I will put the layout in the correct thing. Okay, here we go. So I have titled this short, "At Driving Ape is a mean man." Here we go. And I'm trying so hard not to laugh right now.
I'm really trying.
What are you saying on the camera, woman? You must do what you say now. Now.
I work a lot usually.
Put the phone down.
Stream.
Put the phone down. Do you want a glass of juice?
I know you mean well.
Shh, what are you doing?
Okay,
but no, I should have watched the.
But I'm an adult, for Christ's sakes. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
That's so. I'll show you. Oh shit! I'm not logged in on TikTok on my computer yet. That's the problem. So that comment was that I'm replying to was left on me on a video of me coming back to TikTok after being banned for 7 days, going, you know, why are you mass reporting me for being blind, playing a video game, and vaping? Like, fuck off. If you don't like it, just don't fucking watch me. Like that. That's what they put that reply or that comment on me, basically saying, this is who I am, just deal with it. It's crazy. Why did you get that on TikTok? Because people on TikTok are a lot less, how do I say this? People on TikTok have no spine. And if you show spine on TikTok, you get reported for bullying and harassment. They're dumb. Exactly, Elwin. They're dumb. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I do love some of my TikTok followers. They're great. A lot of them white knight for me, and they really shouldn't. But it's very frustrating because, and I get it. We just went through this whole thing with Amouranth, right? But for how many years have I been talking about blind people having agency, disabled people having agency? And how long has it been my thing to show people that, yes, I'm blind, but I still have my own agency. In everything, from like what I do on this channel to, just and everything, like everything that goes up on on any social media platform, I have a say in posting. Like, Driving Ape doesn't just sit there and be like, oh, I'm gonna post this picture behind her back. Like, every picture and video that he takes, he's like, I was thinking of putting this picture on this site. What do you think, honey? Would you mind it going there, or would you rather it went over here? We have discussions. He's like, what would you like behind a paywall? What do you care is out there for free? All this shit. It's fucking, that is sad. It is sad. Bullying, really? Yes. The amount of self-appointed white knights is overwhelming at times. They do more harm than good. Yes. There are a lot of times where my lives have been terminated by TikTok because there are so many people reporting each other for saying very, very innocuous shit because they think that it might offend me. So they're reporting people on my behalf. Your disability does not define you. No. We do? Yeah, you've talked to me about, you're like, okay, I'm gonna put this up on this. So, like, you tell me what sets you've done, what sets that go up, like all this shit. Like, I know what goes up where. Like, yeah. Pink Hollow does have access to my shit because he's the producer and the manager. Like, not everybody is in an Amouranth situation, and my blindness does not automatically mean that I'm in an Amouranth situation. And they are also mad that we will not give anybody mods so they can ban these people. Yeah. Because I like to laugh at them. I like to laugh at their stupidity. I don't want people banning people. I really don't. Besides, banning people from TikTok lives is only good for that live anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Speaking of people being forced to do things against their will, Pink Hollow is a producer, not a puppet master. Exactly. Exactly, Aircraft Sparky. So, speaking of people who were being forced to do things against their will, we're gonna finish Nick Rakieta's video from the other day because he was telling us a story. And Nick's stories are always fun. And I had to stop it because I had and still have both kids home. But we should be able to finish the rest of the video today. And thank Christ, I found out from my pharmacist that I can take half of my meds at bedtime because I increased one of my meds, and holy fuck was it making me exhausted. And I was taking all of my meds in the morning, so that by the time this show started, the meds that made me drowsy had, started actually releasing into my system. And that's when you would see naughty press, like, I'm talking like this when I'm trying to stay awake. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's what was going on. It was very annoying. Nick is awesome, Aircraft Sparky. Nick is hilarious. I really, really, really would love to get on a show with Nick. Like, as I said, even if I have to stay up until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning just to go hang out on Nick's channel, that would be awesome. It would be fun. Okay. Where am I here? So we're at 21 minutes, 15 seconds. Okay, let's go back a bit. We were right here where Nick was talking about his strikes that he was getting, because he had 2 strikes already on his channel. Which I think is stupid. The videos that he played, he shouldn't have had strikes on. But oh well. So we're going to go and start from the 21-minute mark where I left off, and this is a 51-minute video, I believe, so we have about half an hour left. I think we can get through this, especially if I'm not on meds that are making me stupidly tired. I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm a bit tired, but that's because I was up late last night with my sister in Pink Hollow. But I'm not like I'm on meds and I can't stay awake tired. Last night, Nick was reading 3 more ethics complaints that were filed against him. He's being harassed by Keffels. Yeah. And the ethics board is being harassed by Keffels. They are an Ethel. That's how attractive I think they sound. They sound like an Ethel. I'm Ethel and I'm pissed off. There, see? I'm making fun of them without misgendering them. Ha 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 ha! You can't shit on me now! Ha 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 ha! Keffels sounds like a fart sound. Okay. I'll put that in theater mode too. Okay. Here we go.
engaging them, and then having these people try and ruin their life. Now, their common tactic is to call someone a transphobe
Yeah.
and to show the world how much a particular person hates trans people. And it doesn't matter if it's true.
No, of course
Because
not.
the narrative right now is so strong. Trans is a protected class, and it's in the ascendancy in the United States.
It seriously, even it doesn't matter if you have legitimate trans friends. You know, few people who have actually transitioned, or people who have decided they just may want top surgery. And they want to go literally be half and half, and they don't want to take hormones or anything like people who do shit like that, but they still sit and go, this whole, compelled pronouns, making kids trans bullshit, fuck off with that. No, that happens when you do Kegels.
They gave trans activism some of the most power you will see in the social zeitgeist.
They did. They didn't even do this for disabled people when the ADA was passed. And that's kind of sad. Because and I'm going to be very careful here, because I'm not saying that gender dysmorphia is a choice, because it's not, right? Body dysmorphia, gender dysmorphia, those are mental health problems, right? But I don't understand how you can give trans activists so much leeway and power when their mental illness extends only to, I need to transition myself into the opposite gender. And we've let them take that very reasonable step and extend it to, not only do I need to do this for myself, but now I need to make it affect you by compelling your speech and having drag hour at the library and having children at gay pride. By the way, children shouldn't be at gay pride. Okay. And I say this as a very bisexual woman who has been to Pride before she was an adult. I had no business being there, by the way, when I was there. I was far too young. And it's probably a good thing that I couldn't see what I was exposed to. Now, that doesn't mean that all gay people are degenerates, okay? It just means that gay pride was always supposed to be, yes, an expression of, yay, we've been included in society, but it was an expression of your sexuality. Children have no business expressing their sexuality. And if you want to talk about, oh, well, what about teens? Fine. Do something PG for fucking gay teens, okay? But this whole let's bring my prepubescent child to a full-on gay pride show, no. Sorry. Most of the so-called trans community is really people just begging for attention. Yep. Trans trenders are real. Yep. They're even called TERFs. Yep. Children really don't have a sexuality that happens around puberty. Exactly. Exactly, Aircraft Sparky. And any child that's below puberty that is expressing sexual anything, you really need to make sure that that kid's not being abused. Like, straight up. You need to be looking at the adults around that kid. Okay, let's move on.
And this is what Keffels and their community leverage against other people.
Yep.
This is what they leverage against me. Despite me never saying anything negative about trans people in general, I took umbrage with documented actions of Keffels.
Yeah.
Actions that are documented by the words of Keffels.
Yes. The amount of screenshots that I saw when this first started happening that people were sharing from their Twitter account, from Keffels' Twitter account. And VoiceOver now has this thing called image recognition. So for the most part, if there's an image with text, VoiceOver will pick up what the text says. So I've seen some of these screenshots, and it's like they're mad, like they're bad. There is no way and no reason for anybody to be saying the things that Keffels says in regards to children. What's wrong, sweetie? Okay. It really has our aircraft, Sparky. VoiceOver has gotten really a lot better.
In which they supported providing hormone replacement therapy drugs, pharmaceutical drugs that require prescriptions
to children,
supplying those to children outside of the consent or knowledge of their parents or doctors.
Also talking about how to teach them how to make it at home. That was scary. Teaching, like, being willing not only to supply children with unprescribed prescription drugs, but then to go further and be like, and if you can't get these drugs that are not prescribed to you, here's how to make them. Like, what the fuck? What's next? You're gonna show them how to make freaking meth? Well, while you're making your HRT at home, I may as well show you how to make some crystal meth. You know? Also, here's how to cook some crack. You know? Like, why? Why? What is the point? Are you guys all so jaded by the climate bullshit that you've been fed that you're so against having children that you just want all of the next generation to have been sterilized by puberty blockers? This is gonna be the thing, by the way. You know how there have been, big extinction events or, evolutionary dead ends. You know what's going to be our evolutionary dead end? This bullshit. This bullshit, if we do not get a hold of it on society in a big way, really fast, we are going to end up sterilizing ourselves out of existence in this effort to be inclusive and accepting, when Lil Billy just wanted to see what it felt like to wear his mom's high heels. I can't remember what streamer I was watching with Pink Hollow last week, but somebody was like, do you remember in the 70s and 80s when there was all this like huge uptake in serial killers during the struggle for gay rights and all that, and how many of them ended up being closeted gay men? Well, and then they went on to say, well, we're going to see like a giant upswing in that in about 20 or 30 years of just angry, adults whose parents pushed them or whose doctors pushed them to transition when they were teenagers. And now they're angry and they regret it. And they can't do anything about it. If it only sterilized the idiots, that would be okay. But no, it's the kids who are getting the brunt of it. Yeah. It's terrifying. Like, and if you point that out, you're a horrible person, regardless of whether you are friends, as I said, with actual trans people. Whether you yourself are part of the LGBT. And by the way, LGB, that's what's trying to be erased. Lesbian, gay, bi, nope, nobody wants to hear about it. It's just all about the T and the Q and the I and the A afterwards. That's all. It's all about that. It doesn't matter about the LGB. You know, the people that started the whole fucking thing. The people who first were, you know, trying to make sure that everybody had a chance to say anything, including the T. Aircraft Sparky. So I do Twitch. It's twitch.tv/blindpress. If you have TikTok, I'm Blind Press over there as well. And if I can keep the at least 5 of the fans that I have over on the OnlyFans, I will stream over there too.
I think that is an appalling thing to do.
I do as well, Nick.
I think it's also probably quite illegal.
Probably.
That. But it probably depends on how that facilitation occurs.
Especially if you're not even in the same country.
Keffels also supported a website which specifically intended to provide homebrew estrogen replacement therapy.
Homemade estrogen replacement therapy. That doesn't sound dangerous at all. Even in the hands of an adult, let alone a freaking child. How?
So you would make it on your own, or you would, the minor, who they were targeting,
minor
would make it on their own. I expressed distaste, we'll say, with people who go after children. This is a consistent theme on my channel. I believe that one of the things society has as an obligation is to protect the life and health of children.
We do.
And people who want to subvert that for their own political ends are horrifying monsters. And Keffels is a horrifying monster for other reasons.
Yeah, not because Keffels is trans. There's the Linktree link, Aircraft Sparky, if you want to go check out all of the links.
But particularly this.
Yes.
But it has nothing to do with Keffels being trans.
No.
It has everything to do with their actions.
Like if, for example, okay, this is purely a hypothetical example, okay? If a black gay man were hurting children, if a black gay man were hurting children, like as a pedophile,
they end up having a whole bunch of homicidal eunuchs running around.
Yes, but if we had a black gay pedophile, a serial pedophile, would we hate him because he was black and gay? Or would we hate him because he went after little boys? You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a shit if you're black or gay. I give a shit that you're touching little boys. Do you know what I mean? It's the same with Keffels. I don't give a shit that you're trans, Keffels. I give a shit that you're targeting minors. And it's proven that you're targeting minors. So don't fucking say, oh, you're just saying that because I'm trans. Fuck off. That's like saying, that would be like me saying all of the criticism I get is purely because I'm blind. Now, do I think that some of the reason that people are afraid to look at some of my spicier stuff might be because of my disability? Yeah. But do I go every single time I get a negative comment, do I go, oh, that's just because I'm blind and you hate blind people? No. Because that's retarded.
So long story short, I expressed a spicy...
You're welcome, Aircraft Sparky.
A spicy opinion.
A spicy opinion, yes.
Now, part of that live stream was clipped out of its context.
Of course.
It was
all clips
distorted. And
most
importantly...
all clips are taken out of context. All of them.
Keffels went to Twitter and lied about it.
Yeah.
And said that I had called for Keffels to be shot in the head. Something I have never done and would not do.
No. He said, put them on the wall. Now that doesn't mean line them up against the wall with other people and shoot them. It's obviously a reference to something like that. But he did not say the words, hey, we should put Keffels on a wall in front of a firing squad. You know, like he didn't say any of that.
No. To put someone on the wall. I'm going to define this right now. To put someone on the wall means you are putting them up, giving them out, showing them to the world for what they really are. Maps decorate walls gloriously.
Mm-hmm.
They should be shown, they should be posted, they should be posted right up on that wall so everyone can see what degenerate pieces of shit they are. That's the wall.
Wasn't there didn't town squares used to have like now I could be wrong, but didn't town squares used to have like a big list of names that everybody could see? Like, these are the petty criminals.
The stockade.
Or the stockades too. Yeah, the stockades. Put them on the wall of shame so people can stare at them. Yes. The wall of shame, exactly, Elwin. Yes. I think Keffels should report himself to the local multi-facility for re-education.
What would result is the following things. My second YouTube strike.
Yep.
The deletion of my Twitter account.
Yep.
A Twitch channel suspension would eventually result as well.
Oh shit, his Twitch channel too? That I didn't know about. I knew he lost his Twitter, which sucks because it was funny because I actually went to go and at him on Wednesday. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can't anymore. Fucking Keffels. But I didn't know about his Twitch channel.
And 45 ethics complaints to the
48
Minnesota
now,
Lawyers
apparently.
Professional Responsibility Office. Now, spoiler alert. Here's how it would go. My Twitch is back. My YouTube channel is back. And all 45 of those ethics complaints were dismissed without investigation as non-meritorious.
Probably because I'm pretty sure they were all copy pasta. Just with different names. Wood chipper goes brrr. Yep. He still has his Instagram. Yes, he does. I need to follow his Instagram.
But this stuff takes time. However, this is only my second strike. What was the third strike? What happened next? How did your channel get deleted?
Yeah.
Well, as it turns out, while doing my Daryl Brooks coverage, or actually, I guess the day before, one of the things I had done was and this is something I've done several times in the past. When I get an ethics complaint, particularly related to what I say on YouTube, because that's the only time I have ever received an ethics complaint.
I can imagine, like, I have a feeling Nick would be a very conscientious lawyer. Like, some lawyers are just pieces of shit, right? They just take as long as they can and do like, I'm gonna do this hour's worth of work in 5 hours so that I can earn $1,000 instead of, 200. It's like, some lawyers are just garbage human beings. I have a feeling Nick would if there was an hour's worth of work to be done, he would do the hour's worth of work in an hour and bill you accordingly. I have a feeling Nick would be that type of lawyer. Like, yes, I worked an hour, and yes, you pay me for 1 hour of work. You know what I mean? Like,
I have never in the course of my legal practice received an ethics complaint.
Yeah.
But people don't like your opinion on YouTube, and they go to the only manager they can find, which is the state licensing agency.
They go total Karen. Despite the fact that we make fun of Karens on the internet, you can't, to the point where Karen is now a societal term. But apparently, it's still fine to go full Karen on somebody you don't like. As long as they say something you disagree with, and it happens to also be something that society tends to disagree with, well, then you can get away with going after their job and their income and go total Karen. You just have to be on the correct side. That's all. You just have to be on the right side of things, and then you'll be good.
In this case, Keffels, along with Alejandra Caballero, who is another trans activist who works for Harvard University.
Oh, of course she
suggested to 100,000 plus people that they should file ethics complaints. And most importantly, that both Keffels and Alejandra would be filing ethics complaints as well.
So they urged more than 100,000 people to file false ethics complaints, and they also said that they would be filing false ethics complaints. Well, now, of course, they didn't say the words false ethics complaints. They just said the words ethics complaints, but we all know that they were false.
In the end, 45 complaints came through and were dismissed. 2 people were not on that list, though. Keffels and Alejandra. They gaslit their audience. They gaslit their audience into filing ethics complaints.
So because they were saying that they were going to do it too, right? So they goaded. So first of all, 45 out of 100,000 kind of really sucks. I have to say, your crowdsourcing really needs some work, Keffels. But also, you're also a shitty human being for gaslighting even one person into filing a false ethics complaint, let alone 45 of them. It's still kind of a sad total of people. I mean, out of all of your audience, you could only get 45 people to lie for you. That's pretty sad. But it's also sad that you gaslit. Like, it would have been bad enough if you had been among those ethics complaints, but it's kind of worse that you were like, oh yeah, we're totally gonna file, and then all these people followed your lead, they thought, but you're like, psych, I just got you to do my dirty work for me, haha, suckers. That's all. Like that's all.
While they themselves were too much of cowards to do so. I'm guessing they didn't want to be embarrassed,
right,
by what would follow. But they chose not to participate. Instead, they induced 45 people to do something extremely, extremely stupid.
Yes.
When you file an ethics complaint against a Minnesota lawyer, and it's probably true of other states as well, probably all of them, you are entering into an official legal action involving a state enemy or state entity.
Freudian slip for Nick. No, but this makes sense, because if you're gonna waste the bar association's time, you had better have a reason to do so. And if you're gonna come to a state legal association with some internet shit, he said mean things on the internet and they hurt my feelings, you should take his land law license away. Well, did he ever do anything as a lawyer? No! He just said some really spicy shit on this show he does on YouTube after midnight. Well, is he dispensing legal advice? Well, no! He has lawyers on sometimes, but, like, they just talk about shit. I don't like what they say, but they just talk about shit that I don't like, and it's really, really unethical. But has he done anything as a lawyer? Well, he watched the Johnny Depp trial. Well, we all watched the Johnny Depp trial. What? Again, what did he do as a lawyer? That's like, this is what I. Ugh. Stab first, questions later in Minecraft.
And probably a state enemy, but that's a separate story. To do so, you need to identify yourself, your name, your home address, your phone number, your email address.
Nick is very precise with his words and actions. The state, he understands the law and will go right up to the line.
Who's making the complaint.
And yeah.
It says on that form that your personal.
My Karen voice is awesome. You're envisioning a Karen Muppet. Oh, good. That was the point.
Information will be transmitted to the attorney. You see, we have this little thing in America called the Sixth Amendment. And when you're an attorney, you don't forfeit any of your constitutional protections.
No, you don't. Like, just because you're a lawyer doesn't mean that you don't have protection under the Constitution. That's stupid. And it's really stupid that a Canadian would think that. Because that would be like saying a Canadian lawyer doesn't have protection under the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. What the fuck? Of course they do. If somebody wrongfully accuses a lawyer and they go to jail, they still have the right to a speedy and like a reasonable, speedy trial, a right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, a right to reasonable counsel if they cannot, provide themselves with one or be their own counsel, and also they have a right to not be subjected to cruel and unusual punishment. So, what do you mean? Like, there's no... I don't understand.
They can be abridged in certain circumstances. When you're in the courtroom, you can't start singing the lyrics to Wet Ass Pussy. It doesn't work that way. Unless it's relevant to the case, then you actually can.
Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to sing a little bit from Cardi B's Wet Ass Pussy. If it will demonstrate my point quite nicely.
But for the most part, we're going to go ahead and call that one off limits. It's not a popular thing to do in a courtroom. But outside of very limited circumstances, you maintain all of the rights of every other citizen. That's why they're rights.
Now I can't get the picture of Nick singing WAP in the courtroom. Oh my god, I just have this image of Nick straight-faced, just speaking the lyrics to WAP. With like, he's not even dancing or anything, not even rapping, or he's just like speaking. Oh my god. Okay.
The Sixth Amendment is a right to confront your accuser. So if someone's going to
I would
accuse...
pay good money to see someone do that in a courtroom. So would I, Elwood. So would I. That would be amazing.
accuse you of something, you have a right to know who that is, to identify that person. And it tells you this when you're filing the complaint.
Yeah.
This information will be turned over to the attorney that you are accusing.
Are you sure you mean
If you are
this?
not comfortable with them having this information, please stop filling it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you sure you want this to happen? Because the lawyer is going to get a copy. And he's going to be able to defend himself. And are you sure you want to do this?
What I would go on to do is to read the ethics complaints that I got.
And
I
laugh
read
at them.
every ethics complaint that I get. I operate in transparency. And in doing so, I would read the names of all 45 people. And oh my goodness, did that launch them into a panic? How dare he?
How dare you read the name that I've provided for public record? Oh no! Don't do that, because it's not like fucking ethics complaints are on record. It's not like he gets the complaints as a matter of course, because Sixth Amendment. He's not doxing any of you, you morons.
How dare he read our names? How dare he tell the world who
we
did
are.
this?
Yeah.
Now, did I ask anybody to do anything to anyone? No,
Mhm.
I never do. Never do anything like that.
In fact, Nick specifically says don't do that. Nick specifically is like, don't be assholes. They're assholes enough. Let them show how much of an asshole they are. You don't need to be an asshole. That's Nick. That's what Nick says. He's never called for anybody to like mass anything to a channel. Maybe other than subscribe. Like I remember a couple of his friends, they came on, or like a couple of smaller channels came on, and Nick got his people to subscribe and all that. But like other than that, like I've never seen Nick call for like a mass dislike campaign or a mass unsubscribe campaign or any of that. Even when Legal Bites went after him, he was just like, you're wrong. Here's where you're wrong. Now fuck off. And had she come to him like a normal human being, he probably wouldn't have told her to fuck off at the end of everything.
that would be bad and lame. Take note, y'all. That's the people that you follow who do that. I merely provided transparent information about my accusers. It was their names. And they went ballistic.
Ballistic, yeah.
Absolutely ballistic about it. Fine. You can go ballistic. You can have a hissy fit.
Yep.
I talked about the possibility of releasing the unredacted copies of the ethics complaints against me on a different platform. I have not done so, by the way.
Right.
I have not done so.
Are
I
you
merely
going
talked
to?
about it. That, I believe, is my third strike. It's not quite clear yet.
Well, because if you got one removed, then no, it wouldn't be, because those you said can be removed after 90 days, right? And it's been how long? I think you might have one more on your channel.
Or still, I should say, because YouTube just doesn't really engage you on what exactly your violation was.
No.
If they did, it'd be nice, because then you could provide context, you could give them full information, you could properly appeal the decision. But they kind of don't do that. That'd be, like a nice thing to do for your content creators and collaborators.
Yeah.
But they don't.
Exactly.
That was the termination of my channel.
This is the problem with YouTube. YouTube either has mods that take the words of the complainers at face value, or it has robots that are doing all of the moderation until you get to like 650, 700 followers. This is crazy.
I did not.
You must
violate
punish
the
people
terms of
because
service of YouTube.
because we say so, but not tell
On
anyone
any
we
of those
said it.
three strikes.
Exactly. How dare
knew
you
I
call
had
us
not.
out on your own
The mass
actions? Yes,
flagging
exactly.
campaigns, unfortunately, work. And they work really well. Even though YouTube says that you shouldn't be doing it, that creators doing that are actually in violation of terms of service.
Blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. They don't care. They don't protect you from doing that. They don't protect you from people doing that at all. You could have, as I said, these bots. It's mods that they're not mods. They're just bot programs. And you have these big, big accounts that can call upon their followers and mass report stuff. And the bot will just see that a channel's been mass reported. So, we need to just take that channel down because apparently the users don't like it. Well, no, those particular users are being dicks. And your robots need to... See, here's what needs to happen, because there is no way that humans can possibly moderate all of the content on YouTube. What should happen is there should be a different kind of reporting system. There needs to be both a dedicated team of human moderators and a dedicated command structure of bots. And what the bots need to do is go through and detect big long gaps of talking and figure out, maybe through intelligent learning, what the person was talking about. And if they can't do that, then maybe put like a flag on the channel and push it to a human and be like, AI was unable to determine why this channel was flagged. You take a look at it and determine whether this is a good flag, a bad flag, or not necessary. That's how it should go. The YouTube, you can't trust the robots. Yep. Yep. Exactly.
They allow it constantly.
Yes. Yes, they do.
So at this point, my YouTube account would be gone. My Twitter account would be gone. My Twitch account would be gone a little bit later.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. Not really a long story there.
Not really a
So my channel is deleted, and the internet
goes a
supported
little bit
me
crazy.
immediately.
Yes.
And loudly.
Yes. Yes. That was awesome to see. There were a few idiots that didn't support Nick, but for the most part, the amount of support and the volume of support was awesome to see. And that probably had to make Nick feel really good.
I had retweets from million follower Twitter accounts, or not retweets, because I'm gone, remember? Tweets from million follower Twitter accounts. I had support from huge YouTube content creators. And I've talked and thanked all of these people before. This is already going to be too long of a video, so I won't do it again. Just know that everybody who helped me out, I appreciate it. So many people had my back. It was ridiculous. Thousands and thousands and thousands of likes and retweets on all of these things. Other friends made videos about it, spread the word. And the only thing that I ever asked anybody to do is if they said, hey, what can I do? I would say, please share my locals page.
Right. So that is the main page where Nick does his stuff. I have not yet checked out locals, but that's where Nick does a lot of his stuff.
So that people know where to find me. And by the way, if you're still watching this for the story, and you don't know, rakietalaw.locals.com.
All right.
Go there. That's where my community is finding itself. We're growing constantly. We've got individual content. And most importantly, for free, you will always get a notification when I am going live.
Cool.
Whether it's on my channel or anywhere else. So you can always follow wherever I am.
I like
That's
it.
on locals. rakietalaw.locals.com. Okay.
Cool.
Sorry. Got a grift.
Got a grift. Got a grift.
So the first thing I've got to do is I got to start broadcasting on Rumble right away. Once the suspension goes in, I move over to Rumble for live streaming. And that's, for now, where I'm going to stay live streaming. There will be plenty of content here on YouTube, but I'll be live streaming primarily on rumble.com/RakietaLaw.
See, I looked at Rumble and they look okay, but the problem is they want money from you for like bandwidth and storage and all this. I'm like, why? Like, why do you want my money? I don't understand. Like, I understand that they're a smaller platform than YouTube and they're trying to grow, but still, it's like $30 a month in I believe in US money. It's a lot of money.
Go check it out. But the outpouring of support was huge. Now, my partner manager and I were already working on a strategy against this mass flagging campaign. My partner manager knew that it was based on a lie. My partner manager knew that it was from another creator and that was against the rules of YouTube.
Right.
And so we had developed already a strategy to try and get at least one of my strikes overturned, the second one. The problem with the second strike, I should mention this. This is an important point. I knew that video was going to get mass flagged because they said it.
Yeah.
They put it out on Twitter and they said to mass flag it.
Yeah, they did.
I deleted the video from YouTube. Still up on Rumble and Odyssey, but I deleted the video from YouTube because I tried to prevent the mass flagging. This is a mistake. Never do this. If you're a YouTube content creator and you believe that a video is violative
Don't
of
delete
community
it.
guidelines, do not delete it.
No.
They punish you for trying to prevent a community guidelines infraction. YouTube, this is the stupidest policy that you could possibly have.
I agree.
They do not allow you to appeal a deleted video.
What? Wait. So if you have if you have a video and let's pretend that it gets us a copyright claim or something. But it's already like it's been up for a year or so and somebody's complained that you did like say you did a review and they were like, "Oh, you didn't say I reviewed a shirt." And they were like, "Wait, you didn't tell me what the softness was like." I don't even know, like, you could just, like, and if I wanted to redo the video, or reshoot the video, or like, I noticed that the view count was shit on it anyway, and I'm like, well, it's got a copyright, because maybe some UMG group or something doesn't like the background music in the iMovie video. And I'm like, shit, I'll just delete it anyway. But then I want to appeal so that I don't have a negative impact on my channel. Apparently, no, you can't do that. That's crap.
If you're worried about community guidelines mass flagging, private your video. Because even if you delete it, the URL stays active and people can still go to the deleted video and report it.
Jesus.
So I could not actually appeal the second strike manually. Now, again, fortunately, I had a partner manager who was working on how to actually do this. We were developing a document to document the harassment campaign against me. And all of the stuff that got flagged down and all of the people boasting about it, thank you so much. You provided us all the evidence we needed to bring to the escalation team at YouTube and show that this was a mass flagging campaign, falsely flagging me through a lie. Thank you.
Good job for basically going, here, Nick, here are the nails, here's the hammer. I'm going to climb inside the coffin and shut the lid for you. Like that's what they've just done.
So you're boasting about it, all of you boasting about it. That helped too. And Keffels, to you, thank you for saying that your opponents were ontologically evil and you'd be willing to lie about them to get them removed from society. And that you would be justified. Turns out you were not.
Wow. That's so... Let's just put that back again and hear that for anyone whose brain just broke for a minute.
And show that this was down. And all of the people boasting about it, thank you so much. You provided us all the evidence we needed to bring to the escalation team at YouTube and show that this was a mass flagging campaign, falsely flagging me through a lie. Thank you. Also, you're boasting about it, all of you boasting about it. That helped too. And Keffels, to you, thank you for saying that your opponents were ontologically evil and you'd be willing to lie about them to get them removed from society. And that you would be justified. Turns out you were not. And that's
crazy.
Big part.
Entomology.
I'm back on YouTube.
Entomology.
So
how entomologically
thank you for that
evil?
tweet, you fucking idiot.
Right?
Okay. That said.
Bud?
We immediately went to work. At the same time, everybody was tweeting about this, talking about the false flagging. And this is another critical element of what happened. I was only banned from YouTube for 3 days. It felt like a month.
Mm-hmm. That TikTok 7-day ban I came off of, it felt like freaking 3 weeks. It was ridiculous.
Legitimately, losing something that you've worked on for so long to an arbitrary decision is jarring. And I knew I would be fine. I knew I had a path forward. In fact, my Rumble streams blew up. And my Rumble streams are still pushing 2 to 3 times the viewership of my YouTube streams.
Oh, wow.
That's what happens when you're not suppressed. And by the way, YouTube, the amount of money that you left on the table by suppressing me, one of the top super chat earners on earth, is mind-blowing.
Oh, no.
Because instead of suppressing me, if I wasn't fighting against you, if we had worked collaboratively, who knows? Who knows how big it would have been? But if I had 2 to 3 times the audience on an alt tech platform than I have on YouTube,
yeah, that would
every
be awesome.
single day, I would probably have 10 to 15 times the audience on the primary platform.
Yeah.
And that means a whole lot more super chats.
And a whole lot more eyes on that website, which is what they want. So that's good.
That would have put money directly into YouTube's pockets. They act adverse to their financial interests consistently. Now I'm tangenting. Let's get back to this. Those 3 days felt like a month.
Yeah.
I was streaming on Rumble.
Oh my goodness.
Like I said, I knew.
Buddy, I think it's time to be done now. Mommy's almost done her show anyways. Okay? No more screaming. Turn off the console. Yeah. Logan. Come on, buddy. Screaming is not helping, is it? No, it's not. Screaming's not making anything work, right? Besides, you're still sick, so when you're sick, you get frustrated more easily. Mommy does anyway. I mean, who doesn't get pissed off when they're sick? All right, how many minutes do we have left? Oh my goodness. I think this is the... Yeah, I'm gonna have to... He's getting pissy. Also, my hip is killing me and I need to stand up and move. Where am I here? I do not know if I may do a wine and crime by myself tonight, or maybe Pincala will join me. Who knows? Beat the Blind Girl will be tomorrow night. And of course, I'll be back to the 11 o'clock time slot on Monday morning for the coffee stream. So I hope you guys all had a wonderful time. I hope you guys have a good, safe weekend. And I will be back here Monday. But I will see you on Twitch, possibly tonight, definitely tomorrow night. Thanks for watching and have a fabulous day.